Charged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, hey, we are back with the 2018 Formula 2 Championship, driving as Lando Norris, leading the championship by 39 points from our rival. Guys, let's jump straight into qualifying.
So you can feel the excitement starting to ramp up here in Hungary, where the preparations are almost complete for the Formula 2 qualifying session.
So guys, in the pit box ready for qualifying. Guys, a brand new form of qualifying for the F2. You guys know how long the sessions are, and you've only got one set of tires you can use. So guys, from now on I'm doing one-shot qualifying for F2. First of all, I get rid of the simulation of the other drivers being OP sometimes, and it's just a one-lap battle to see who's the fastest. No fuel management, just trying to get your tires into the optimal temperature throughout the lap and just going guns blazing. So guys, that's how the F2 qualifying is going to go from now on. I still do practice, don't worry. I still do practice to get used to the car and you get used to the track. I just don't jump into qualifying. I don't feel I'm a good enough driver just to do that. I will just completely flunk every race. So yeah, but guys, it's the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend, and guys, coming off of a terrible ending to our British GP2, British Formula 2. You guys know, hashtag spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the previous episode, go out of this video now and go watch the previous episode. Spoiler alerts coming now. You guys know we crashed out of the sprint race thanks to contact with Artem Markelov, a crash that was not my fault. So we absolutely got zilch when we came off of the sprint race. Alexander Albon closed the championship gap on us quite significantly, but we are still 39 points ahead, so there's still a lot that can happen in this championship, but we have to get our heads screwed on back normally, otherwise we're going to make a mess up.
Wind down from the excitement of qualifying. Here's a look at your top three: Russell, Albon and Lando Norris. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the feature race gets itself underway. It's time for this weekend's Formula 2 race here at the Hungaroring. A popular track with a lot of history. I'm sure we're in for an absolute thrill ride of a race today. The Hungaroring is located 12 miles northeast of the capital, Budapest. It's 2.7 miles long, featuring 14 corners, and it's got a reputation for making overtaking difficult. Nevertheless, there's a history of some truly exceptional races here. Let's hope that our Formula 2 drivers can serve up some more of that today. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to roll down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
Well then, after an exciting session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. George Russell lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Alexander Albon. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Tete Camara, Nick de Vries and Giotto, Markelov, Latifi, Delatraz, Jack Aitken, Galeo, Fuoco, Maximilian Gunter and Fukuzumi, Meri, Maney, Makino and Dorian Boccalacci. Lorandi and Nico Kari completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Thank you, Jeff. Guys, guys, after Silverstone, you guys heard me at the end of the video. I was not myself. I was so gutted after Silverstone. We're going to give it everything this weekend, so please jam with me on the formation lap. Guys on the grid, P3 ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix feature race of Formula 2. 5 red lights, that was a mouthful. Go, go, go for the feature race. George Russell on the front row, I think helped by Alexander Albon and myself as Lando Norris in third. It's a brilliant start from everybody on the grid. We get swamped by a lot of drivers. The slipstream is a little bit OP. Guys, remember Hungary is Monaco without the barriers. And guys, we get shoved wide coming out of the first corner. We've gone from P3 all the way down to P6. That is not ideal. And now, obviously, Alexander Albon is leading the way. George Russell went from first to third, and now, like I said in the previous episode, anything can still happen in this championship, and if Alexander Albon gets a roll on, he's almost going to be unstoppable. I need to avoid him getting a roll on. I need to, it's damage limitation all the way to the end of the season, and if I can finish ahead of him, I need to. But guys, we get an initial good start over the line, and then walk down in second gear, and then guys, look at this. There goes Sergio. There goes, I think, Nick de Vries. And now we are 3 wide heading into the first corner. I've got nowhere to go. They just bumped me on my right front tire, and I get sent wide. Now I'm side by side. Who is this? I'm not sure. That is Nick de Vries. I think that's Nick de Vries. It's either Nick de Vries or Luca Giotto. In any case, we get back up to P5. But now we've got a battle ahead of us because we went from P3 to P5. And as you guys know, Hungary is not one of my strongest circuits. It's one of the circuits I'm the worst on. So, yeah, to get a good result, to get a podium even, is going to be a massive, massive challenge. I think the only way I'm getting myself into a podium position is I need to try an undercut. That's the only thing I can think about. But with me being bad at this track, trying an undercut is going to be very risky because, like I said, I'm not good here. So, guys, I really have to think very, very clearly and very smart if I want to get a good result here. Guys, P5 is still good, but not if Alexander Albon wins. That's the thing. If Alexander Albon was maybe, say, 4th, 3rd, not even 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I could have accepted it and I could have had a much more relaxed race. But he is leading, which means I am a little bit screwed. I need to get into at least P3. I need to get myself onto the podium. Heading into the final hairpin, I go so wide, you can get a Megalodon's mouth size in there. Oh, vey, guys, this is going to be an uphill battle this entire race. So, yeah, guys, I decided to go for the undercut. There was nothing against it, really. There was no point in me not trying something because the top 4 were starting to run away from me from lap 3. And I was under pressure from all the cars behind because they had DRS on me. And with this being a high downforce circuit, if you open up DRS and the straight's long enough and you fall into the slipstream, it's quite easy in these F2 cars to overtake you, believe it or not. But guys, heading into the pit lane, strapping on the medium tires from the super softs onto the mediums. Now we have to try and go for the undercuts of a lifetime. Fuoco, actually, as you guys see, P20 did not have the best start. I think he's still in the race. But I think actually, no, he's not in the race. He retired.
Now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Thank you, Jeff. We know that. F2 is always just a one stop. But in any case, guys, I really needed to get a lap and a half here. Let's jump back to the leaders to see where they are. There's Albon. He just went through the middle sector chicane. Now heading into the S's. So, if Albon comes into the pit lane, guys, there's no way I'm catching Albon and my teammate Sergio Sette Camera. They are going to fight it out for the lead. I need to try and get in between Sergio Sette Camera and George Russell, who is in 3rd. That is my main goal. And I am praying that some of these guys get held up in the pits, which are ahead, so that gives me more time to try and get ahead of them. Getting these also, you guys know my problem with Hungary. As Alexander Albon comes into the pit lane, oh yes. Back to the tires, back to my problem with Hungary. Guys, the tires here overheat very easily. So getting the tires heated up is really not a problem, but overheating them very easily is a problem. So I really needed to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? I needed to be very smart on my outlap, not to take those cold tires, overwork them, and then get them to overheat. Because that would also just throw my strategy completely down the drain. And, oh, guys, Albon is getting held up. Just what I needed. Just what I needed. Maybe I will be close enough to actually challenge these guys. Oh, that is not what Alexander Albon needed. Not at all. Guys, I think it's Nick de Vries in the lead now. What? Oh, my soul. Well done, Nick de Vries. GG's, man. GG's. Guys, you guys can see Guys, he got held up so much. I'm going to be alongside Alexander Albon. This is exactly what I needed. Yeah! Woo! Guys, that was so close. You guys saw he made contact with me there. I nearly lost the rear end of my car 2 races in a row, but that was a little bit. He had the privilege there to make contact. Actually, I was alongside him, but that was a very harsh squeeze. And guys, it's not Nick de Vries. Once again, I've swapped Nick de Vries and Luca Giotto. It's Luca Giotto who has jumped Alexander Albon in the pit lane. And at the end of the very next lap, it is the turn of my teammate Sergio Sete Camera. I think this is Sergio's race to win now. If he gets a clean pit stop and gets out ahead of George Russell, it's his race to win. So let's see if Sergio can get something going to win. I think it's going to be his first win of the season, actually. So this is going to be very interesting to see. So let's keep an eye, guys. ART with George Russell versus Carlin with Sergio Sete Camera. The softs go off, the mediums go on. And well, guys, the slow pits of the F2 really, sometimes they get you. Is he ahead? Is he ahead? Is he ahead? Is he ahead? Yo, what? George Russell has just jumped Sergio Sete Camera in the pit stops. Guys, it is not a good day for Albon and Sergio Sete Camera when it comes to the pit lane. Damn, that sucks for them. But in any case, guys, here you guys can see George Russell is in the lead. Sergio Sete Camera is in second. Third place is Luca Giotto. I've gotten myself all the way up into fourth. So I need to try and stick with Luca Giotto and try and get something done. As we jump all the way onto lap 11. Guys, I was strong at the end of Sector 1, the beginning of Sector 2. Like that, I would also like to say the last 10% of Sector 1 and the first 20% of Sector 2. I really had much more confidence in my car than the AI. So as you guys see, when we get to the hairpin, I close up quite significantly. Oh boy. Guys, once again, rest in peace headphone users. Oh, guys, you guys can see how desperate I am to get past Luca Giotto to get myself onto the podium. But now that Alexander Albon is behind me, even if I finish behind Giotto, I would not mind because I'm going to gain points on Albon as things stand now because he is behind me. So, but the more points I get, the better, especially after that very, very heartbreaking result of the sprint race back at Silverstone. Guys, we go up the inside and we make the move stick on Luca Giotto. A little bit bumpy bargy, but like I said, Hungary is Monaco without the corners. It's really hard to overtake you, so you guys can understand why. But guess what? Now that I've made a move, Albert is like, okay, I need to catch him. Like, Giotto, get out of the way. And Giotto's just like, oh, hell no. You want the position, you gotta work for it. In any case, guys, we jump all the way, I think, what's that, lap 14? I can't see on the steering wheel, it's just way too small. But in any case, guys, let's say it's lap 14. You guys can see Luca Giotto is trying to get back his P3. This is the fight for the final podium position. Sete Camera and George Russell have bolted away in the lead. And as you guys see, Giotto goes for the move up the inside. He is there. I keep my car around the outside, but I know keeping this move was going to be as hard as I don't even have a proper metaphor. Heading into the corner, dive. I go wide. I make a little bit of contact with Giotto's front wheel, but now I've just opened up the door for Albert to get a run on me, heading up the hill into the kink. Why do I do this to myself? Oh boy, okay, Albert did not go for a move. Thank goodness. But guys, lap 17, Alexander Albon is underneath my gearbox. Why does this guy just not go away? He is a pain in my gearbox. That is a very nice, proper car enthusiast manner of saying he's a pain in my ass. Seriously. He's a pain in my bum. But in any case, guys, you guys see once again I go wide through the final hairpin. The car just wouldn't bite. I didn't have enough front wing on the car. Albon gets the move, and now Giotto's trying to go for it again, but I go very late onto the brakes to the first corner. I defend my position once again, but no, guys, this is panic. My hands are sweating. My back is sweating. I am really panicked at this stage. We need to get something going here. But guys, let's go to the end of the race. George Russell has made a brilliant strategy call. His team worked a beautiful pit stop to get himself ahead of Sergio Sete Camera, my teammate. So unfortunately, my teammate will not get a win for this race. So Carlin are not going to get max points when it comes to podium positions. But George Russell rounds the final corner to win the Hungarian feature race. Get in there, lad. A brilliant race from George Russell. Sergio Sete Camera comes through in P2, and I will defend P3 from Alexander Albon, and we finish in P3. Get in there, lad. What a stressful race. Damn, man. Damn.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for ART today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think they kept a cool head. That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything bad that happened to them, they handled it calmly and professionally. That's what let them focus on getting the best out everything else. The car, the strategy, they managed to keep out of trouble the whole way around.
The Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Lando Norris, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
I have to give it to Roberto Meri. Was probably one of his best drivers of the season, and I was very impressed.
On to the teams then. Carlin have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Campos this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care. We've reversed the top 8 from yesterday's race to set the grid for the sprint race here today, and the drivers are almost ready on the grid down below. In the commentary box for the big race today, I'm Alex Jakes, and joining me once again, it's Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as well as being the 2012 GP2 champion, you also have experience as a test driver in F1. What would you say are the biggest differences for people fresh to the world of F2?
Well, Alex, I think it's an exciting time in Formula 2 right now. For spectators, a lot of excitement comes from all the drivers being in the same car. That puts the emphasis on driver skills, meaning lots of overtakes, which means exciting race for us.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
Jeff, that is the idea. We start from P6 on the grid. It's gonna be a hard race, guys. Let's just see if we can get points and finish ahead of Alexander Albon. That is my goal. I'm not gonna set myself one immensely hard goal. That's just not, it's Hungary, and it's just not smart to do that. So yeah, I'm starting P6, Albon P5, and
any technical issues coming off the practice start? Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
Thank you, Jeff. That's very helpful information, actually. But guys, Nick de Vries is at the front. I do not know whether it's, I think it's Nicholas Latifi in P3, but I do not know who's in P2. But guys, this is going to be a race and a half, and yeah, we'll see how things go.
Okay, you're in his dirty air. Get past him.
Jeff, what have you been smoking? That is
The rest
one
of the
of the...
grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Okay, thank you. But guys, that's one of the most irritating glitches that there is. It's the formation that would get out of his dirty air, but in any case. Guys, 5 red lights for the final race here in Hungary. Hopefully it doesn't end in tears like in Britain. Go, go, go! And we are off for the sprint race here at Hungary, the final race for the weekend. Guys, sorry, I'm still sick. Quick cough. I will edit the cough out. Sorry about that. Guys, heading into the first corner, it is Nick de Vries versus Anonymous. Heading through the first 2 corners, heading into T3. It's a little bit of a squeeze from Nick de Vries' side, but I think he's going to keep P1. Nicholas Latifi is still in P3. And yes, de Vries keeps P1. With Nicholas Latifi now in P3. Guys, you guys see I actually got a very good start off of the line. I've got myself all the way up into P4 actually. So it was really, really a good start from my side. Nothing to complain about. Let's jump back onto my POV to watch the start. As you guys can see it here. Not the worst start off the line. I just don't know why the car spins when it gets up in revs. You can't launch this car otherwise than just mashing the throttle. You guys see George Russell goes past me. I go for a major dive up the inside of Russell and Albon. Some carbon fiber went flying there from one of the back markers. We get ourselves up into P5, and now we need to go try and see if we can make a move on Luca Giotto in the number 14 car. Oh guys, sorry, it sucks to be sick. It's a summer cold, so shaking it is really hard. In any case, we are not side by side with Luca Giotto. We are on the outside, a little bit later to the brakes. Get the car turned in and we make the move around the outside of the uphill kick. That's a very unorthodox but very, very beautiful move. Full fourth position. Now let's see if we can actually stay with Nicholas Latifi. With it being Hungary, the chances of that are not very big, but all we can do is try. But yeah, guys, the P4, Albert, I think it's P6, P7, P5, 6, he's in P7. So if we finish like this, I will be smiling all the way because I'm going to gain points on him. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Hopefully nobody takes me out in this race. Freaking hell. Guys, if you haven't watched the previous episode, even though you guys know the spoiler by now, go watch it. The feature race was action-packed and the sprint race as well. It was really a very awesome race to watch until Artem Markelov decided to be a complete nincompoop. But in any case, please go watch the episode. You're going to love it. I know it. I know. Trust me, guys, I know what you like. Go watch the episode. And I sound like somebody trying to hypnotize you. That's a little bit weird. Guys, heading to the first corner, George Russell tries to make a move on Luca Giotto, but unsuccessful. And as you guys saw there, George Russell is actually on the soft tires. So he's going to try a very bold strategy with a stop in it. In the sprint race. What? Okay, guys, I will never understand the AI of F1 2019. Sometimes they make the stupidest choices, other times they make choices that I don't even think people in real life will be able to make as accurately. But in any case, guys, you guys can see we are right behind Nicholas Latifi. We're swerving around behind him, trying to force him into a mistake, trying to get him to take a awkward line. But it's really hard, and these final two hairpins I suck at so bad, I can't get the drive out of the final hairpin to try and overtake Latifi on the straight. And with him also having DRS on the car in second place makes this really hard. Nick de Vries is bolting away in the lead. There's nothing anybody can do about him. He is just running away with this. But guys, this is the first time I've really had the chance to go for a move on Nicholas Latifi. We do a Daniel Ricciardo dive, the latest of the late breakers, and we get the move done. We are into the podium positions. It is actually Louis Delatraz ahead of us. Wow. Well done, Louis. Well done, Louis Delatraz. Like, legit, bro. But guys, there is a P2 on the cards here if we can get past Louis Delatraz. The race is not even halfway yet. We are only on lap 6 of 14. So there's still a lot of water that has to run into the sea. And we just went purple in the first sector. We are right behind Louis Delatraz, but he just parks his car on the apex. Nowhere I could go there at that stage. Heading into the chicane, you guys can see I'm still trying to go. Oh, I'll go for a move around the outside. I have a look. I bounce the car over the inside curb for the second part of the chicane for the left-hander into the S's. I'm on the inside, now on the outside, but Louis just defends that P2. You guys can see I really want to gain a massive amount of points to get back the points that I lost at Silverstone when I crashed out. Thanks once again to Artem Markelov. In any case, guys, going for a dive up the inside into the third to last corner. It's a little tight. No contact was made. I actually know that because I was in the car. But that is a beautiful move up into P2. And now Alexander Albon tries to go around the outside of Louis Delatraz, but he can't do it at this stage. There you guys can see George Russell diving into the pit lane. His race is over. There's no way he's coming back at this group. It's Hungary. He's also a nincompoop just like Markelov. In any case, guys, we are in P2 now. There's no way I'm catching Nick de Vries, so I'm just going to defend P2 and hope that Alexander Albon stays 3, 4, 5, 6. He's actually got himself all the way up into P6, but that's thanks to George Russell pitting. So I'm just going to hope he stays there. And guys, we jumped to the end of the race because the rest of this race was absolutely, and not absolutely, it was a complete bore. So really, nothing happened, guys. This is the dominant 2019 Formula 2 champion in the 2018 timeline, Nick de Vries, coming home to win the Hungarian sprint race. Well done, Nick de Vries. He takes a dominant victory here in Hungary. We are going to come home to finish in P2, and I think that is the best result we could have asked for today. So let's get in there. Yeah, baby.
Great effort there from Prema to take the victory today. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
It was down to one thing: consistent pace over everyone else out there on the track. We could spend a great deal of time talking about race and tire strategy, what has occurred on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
It looks like it's time for the victory ceremony once again, as I can see the drivers beginning to make their way out for the celebrations. You can see it on their faces. It's another marvellous team win for Prema today. And now, let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Lando Norris, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Oh, there's a lot of options, but my instinct says Nick De Vries, and looking down the field, no one really jumps out at me to change my mind.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. Carlin have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Prema have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way to the top. That's it for today's race. From Davide and I, it's goodbye, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
Guys, that has been this episode, but we've got a few minutes to talk before I greet you guys goodbye. Guys, a full 50 points is the gap between me and Alexander Albon. All I need to do till the end of the season is manage this little Carlin car and make sure that Albon cannot do anything to catch me. Guys, please enjoy the highlights in the background. Guys, I'm chuffed with this weekend. Hungary, even though it being one of my worst circuits, definitely one of my worst, I really had a strong weekend. I didn't have the best start, as you guys see, come the feature race, but I made up for it. I got a podium, and then come the sprint race, I fought my way all the way up into P2, which I'm honest, I didn't think was possible. I didn't even think top 5 was possible, and I started P6. My pace at Hungary, whether in F1 cars or F2 cars, is just not very good. I'm good over one lap, but consistency here around Hungary is really hard. And with me already struggling with consistency, having to be consistent at a track where consistency is already hard, it's a tall task for me. But I think I proved myself this weekend that I can race at Hungary when I need to. And I honestly, I liked this entire weekend. I wouldn't say I loved it. There was a few instances where I wanted to throw my remote through the TV screen, but it's not the end of the world. And we actually had a very solid weekend. A few bumps and barges, like you guys just saw there with Luca Giotto. I was very aggressive, but guys, you don't win a championship by sitting back. You win a championship by going for moves, going for gaps, and giving it your all. Guys, a famous quote from Ayrton Senna, probably the best motorsport driver of all time, and Ayrton Senna's words were, and I quote, "If you don't go for a gap that still exists, no matter how small, you are no longer a racing driver." And unfortunately, it's motorsport. Contact sometimes is inevitable. You can be the best driver in the world. Contact sometimes is just inevitable. And if you're fighting for something like a championship, there's got to be instances where you have to play a little bit dirty. But guys, this was just an epic weekend, and I'm just really glad it worked out for me. Guys, what I just want to talk about, guys, is please to share the video. Guys, we have been stuck on 58 subscribers for a fair few months now. Please, guys, share the video on your social medias. You guys don't understand how much you help by doing that. Please, just go on your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, whatever social media you're on. If you're on all of them, man, be a boss and do it on all of them. And please, share the videos around it, share my videos around a bit. Let's see and get your friends interested, guys. I highly appreciate that. Guys, also, just quickly talking about the likes, guys. Guys, at this stage, I prefer likes over subscribers. Likes just at this stage, with the YouTube algorithm at this stage, likes mean more than subscribers, especially if you're a beginner YouTuber like me. So guys, please, if you're watching this video, please just leave a like down below. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support you guys have been giving me and Prophet Fox. I nearly said Turbo Fox and Prophet Fox. We highly appreciate it, guys. But guys, That's not. Oh, and subscribe, guys. Don't be a dummy. Don't be a dummy. Go down below, subscribe, click that bell to never miss a future episode, to have all your sim racing needs met, and just to have this extremely fun all of these different fun journeys with me at Prophet Fox. Thank you guys so much for sticking all the way to the end of this video. A very good weekend in Hungary. Next time, you guys will see me at Belgium with these F2 cars. So guys, thanks a lot, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers!